Cool.
All right, welcome to SlimeWire, episode 10. I am Dr. Sanders.
This is episode 11.
Welcome to episode 11.
No,
I am Dr.
It is actually episode 10.
welcome to episode 10.
I knew you weren't paying attention.
Dr. Sanders.
Captain Goyle.
Alright, Decimator.
And Mr. Ham.
We're on the wire.
The Haminator.
Oh god, we haven't had. Have we said that in a while?
I told you to say it at the end of the last episode.
Oh, that's right. Yeah, we're off the wire.
Whatever, we're on the wire. Fuck everybody.
Today's subject is everybody's gonna talk about their favorite Donnie's favorite PC game. So
I'm not talking about my favorite PC game, so
no.
Yes.
That's not how.
I think Mr. Sanders can lay on a fat one and let us all speak of our own PC games.
No. We gotta talk about.
Yes.
We gotta talk about my favorite PC games
you don't
from
like
your
any
perspective.
good PC games.
Me?
No, you don't like any good ones.
Deus Ex?
I don't like Deus Ex.
Half-Life?
I've never played Deus Ex. I can't say I don't like it. I've heard.
Deus Ex.
Well,
is so good.
Yeah, I call David Tentacle there.
My thing is,
No.
I never had a good PC, ever, until after high school.
Was
So-
Psychonauts released on PC? Yes, for Steam it counts. I call Psychonauts.
Okay, I'll say
Yeah,
that.
well, obviously, anything on Steam is PC, so it all counts.
Yeah.
I call Lego Island.
You don't have to call anything. No one's gonna be like, okay, well, that can't be your favorite now because Johnny called it.
Shut up, I called it. Fuck all of you.
Actually, let's talk about Lego Island. I used to love that game so
Well,
much.
actually, now I think about it, I did play some as a kid. Did anybody play that old Beast Wars game?
Dude, I could never ever get that thing to run.
Dude, no, it ran I couldn't either really. That game was so shitty. I didn't even know how to play it when I did get it running. I was so disappointed because I fucking loved Beast Wars. That was the coolest shit. But yeah, that game sucked.
It's like that show now they have called Beastly. Is that a show?
I don't know. Is that a show?
Does anybody know if a show is called Beastly? I feel like that's a show.
It could be
No.
a show. I don't know.
A show on what?
I don't know. I feel like it's one of those chick shows.
Beastly?
It sounds like a chick show, like
I
Twilight,
don't
with more werewolves and shit.
It sounds like it could be a show, but I don't think it is.
I don't know.
Sounds like a movie.
Yeah, it does. Well, I don't
It
know.
is a
anymore.
movie.
Pretty much the same thing. Close enough.
Maybe out there knows if Beastly is a show or not. Then post it on our Facebook wall.
Doesn't matter.
Nobody.
Beastly's a movie, dude.
Well, I mean, we only have probably 30 people listening to this, so I'm not expecting much. I always just put it out there though, just in case one guy's oh, I'm gonna ask them a question so they can answer it.
Shouldn't we have 30 posts on our Facebook wall then?
I don't know. I always check the YouTube comments thing, even though it's all fucked now, but we never get anything. So
That thing's so fucked up.
I don't know why why they did it like that. I don't even want to get into YouTube.
Okay, if anybody doesn't know what we're talking about,
started.
they when YouTube did their upgrade in March, you guys know the channel comments, where it used to be at the bottom. You say oh hey, great show, man. Oh, cool for checking me out. Look at my cam. Post pics, girl.
Girls.
But it when YouTube did the revamp or did the layout thing, they moved it to you have to click on the feed tab and then you have to click on a separate tab that says comments.
Basically, more work. You're not gonna get to it.
Nobody
Well,
looked.
It's because everybody's trying to copy fucking Facebook. I mean, it's blatant. A feed. Yeah, okay, that's exactly what Facebook does. It's I don't know why they're even bothering.
I'm not hungry. I don't want to feed.
It's not like it's gonna make YouTube more popular.
I think you feed people when you say feed.
It's not gonna be oh man, this new site design's so good. I'm gonna go on YouTube all the time now.
That's what I did.
No one even complained about it.
No, I thought it was perfect before. So did
Yeah.
everybody else.
Yeah, even old YouTube.
I missed the last layout. It was really good.
Are-
I mean,
are
sure,
you-
people complained about it when that one came out, but I don't know.
I like the one before, too.
I still don't like this one.
I don't even remember the original
I'm gonna
one.
point out, no matter how right we are, we sound like hipsters right now.
I know.
Yeah, but I think a lot of people would agree with us.
Yeah, this is something we could all agree on.
Yes.
Yeah.
It
And-
just doesn't look good.
And
It's
when
they're
everyone
trying
is
to,
hipsters, no one will be.
By the way, don't say such foul language on this show.
Oh shit.
we're already explicit. I think we're
Nah,
well
not that.
enough.
He said the word hipster, fool.
Oh.
Chase
man,
the hipster.
Hey, you know, it would have been really funny is if we did, like, if we just randomly on one of our episodes were like, oh, hey, guys, give us 5 stars.
I don't like that.
Oh, man, remember that?
I admit, at least the thumbs up is better than the stars thing.
So much
It's
better.
like, yeah, it's like, I don't know. I don't like rating things like that. That's why I didn't want to do ratings like when we did like game reviews for Slime TV, because it's like what's the difference between a 6 and a 7 really? You know?
One has more butts.
You know, like I don't know. I think those scores are
Paid more.
especially game trailers. Their scores are fucking retarded. They'll like say a game is like they'll say everything positive about it in the review, and they'll give it like a 5 in the scores. It's like
So
it's
true.
absolutely retarded. I
That's
fucking
so true.
hate game trailers. They're so dumb.
Is that the one that MTV runs? Which one's the one that you're talking?
Yeah, that's
Yeah.
it.
Oh
yeah.
gosh, where they were like Sonic
The
4
reviews
is
are
really
awful.
fucking hard, so we're giving it a really bad rating.
Yeah,
It's really
they're like,
fucking hard of a game, but yeah, we'll give fucking what is it, Call of Duty and all those fucking first-person shooters like 10 every time they come out, and they're all pretty much the same shit.
yeah,
Yeah,
they literally
that's
like,
because they're paid by Activision and all those companies to give them good reviews.
they literally
They
marked
should
Sonic 4 down.
That's how they make all
because-
their money with all those fucking enormous ads all over their site that take up like the whole site. Because they're all
Mm.
paid by them, so they have to give them good reviews.
And TV should stick to music.
We're like taking down game trailers right now. We're getting in trouble.
Oh
I
well.
know.
Slime
MTV's
TV
not even called MTV's not even music television anymore. It's just called MTV. That's the name of the station.
Well, I already told you how stupid I thought that was.
I know. You were like, that's so dumb.
Like, why don't they just change the name? I mean, I don't even know. You could even make the M mean something else. I don't know what, but I don't know. Be creative, guys. Come on.
We called what's the name? Oh, marsupial television.
That would be more accurate than music.
Exactly.
Because, like, all those reality shows are, like, basically just monkeys dancing around.
Orange monkeys.
That's
What?
the word. It's
Monkeys humping.
like television.
Monkeys humping.
Well, now that I watch. You know, like actual monkeys humping on, like, Discovery Channel.
Monkeys are freaking gross. I
Oh, I was watching this one show, like, a while ago, and it was, like, the animals that have the most sex. And it's totally chimpanzees. They fuck constantly.
Donnie, I'm not entirely sure you're allowed to say that monkeys are disgusting, because just short of slinging poo, your behavior ain't that different, Cher.
hate. Yeah, I know. I just don't like monkeys. I know we're even in Monkey Month right now, and I don't like monkeys that much. I had a band called the Disturbed Monkeys, and I still don't even like monkeys.
I like monkeys.
I like the word monkey, I guess, but I don't like monkeys themselves.
Stupid monkey.
I like monkeys. That's why I want to do Monkey Month.
That's right.
I like the monkeys too. They're a good band.
Did like Monkey Combat like scar you for life on monkeys?
It did. It did. I swear to God. Like, especially this last time, I was so pissed off. Like having to record
shit.
having to record that footage for that game review. I was so pissed. I was so done with that game by the time I got there.
I like almost beat like Monkey Magic twice because I had to, because we lost all the footage the first time.
Yeah, this is ridiculous. That review's like done. I just have to render it. Oh well, I guess by the time this is out, the episode's already out. So.
Yeah, I'll probably release this tomorrow. So.
Yeah, so it'll already be out.
Okay.
So.
Sweet.
Yeah, we gotta do 2 episodes this week to try and make the Monkey Month deadline. That's no problem. I got it.
I should play the games, kinda.
Yeah, it's true. I know. That's it. I know because I was already playing them. So Monkey Hero is actually pretty tight.
Really? What kind of? Well, we'll save that for the review.
Yeah. But
Did you get that one ROM working?
yeah, I gotta work on my computer. I wasn't able to get it work on the Xbox. It's
Oh
weird.
well. Oh nah. I mean, that's
I
what you
know.
gonna do? Better than nothing.
Exactly. I know. I'm still gonna try and work with it, see if I can. But
Back to PC games, I guess.
yeah.
Go ahead, Dr. Sanders. The floor is yours.
A game I like that's on PC.
Gasp! You like PC games? Never knew.
Oh, okay. Can you remember?
I'll take what is games made by Double Fine for 500.
Oh, games made with Double Fine. Yeah, okay. Well, actually, one game I want to talk about
Well,
that's just a classic.
I was gonna ask you a question. I was gonna be like, what was your? Do you remember what your first PC game was?
Doom.
Doom was your very first.
Doom was my first. PC
That's a good introduction for however old you probably were.
Yeah, it was. I was pretty young. I was pretty young. My dad was used to work at this office out in like La Quinta or something like that, and he had this like like the computers back then. They're big white, yellow, ugly looking boxes.
Yeah, like fucking huge.
And my dad had this really old like work computer, and he had like one of those. You know how like back in the days you had to, like call id to buy games,
Yeah.
like you had to call them to buy Doom. So my dad actually called and bought that game,
That's really fun.
and like I had that same disc of Doom for just years. It's so much fun though. Like I used to play it for hours, and I never could beat it.
My first PC game was probably one of those like learning games that I can't remember, like Jumpstart First Grade or some shit like that.
Like Freddy Fish or something.
Or like a Putt Putt, like the car one.
Ooh,
Dude,
interesting
we're
fact.
talking about Space Blasters.
Oh, I remember Space Blasters. That's about the kid that like the green kid?
Yeah, and he has a team.
Yeah.
You know,
Actually,
impressively enough, those weren't my first games I played. I think the first game I played was Jazz.
Oh, Jazz Jackrabbit.
And I played it off.
Good start.
Yeah, and I played it off of not even like an actual like how when you get a game, just one game on a CD. I actually had like this like 99 games compilation. Jazz was on it, Doom was on it, Wolfenstein was on it. I had like this weird messed up version of Street Fighter 2 on it. And it was like bootlegged hard too. It was like Andy Bogard and Terry Bogard were in there. They were like they're not even the same company.
Wait,
So-
there were KOF characters in the Street Fighter game?
Yeah, it was like everything was right except them.
Do you still have that?
Yeah, it's still somewhere in my somewhere else, but yeah, I have that.
If you find that, I want to see that because that sounds.
Yeah,
really
Johnny, you can totally find that along with my Adobe CS4.
That's still there too.
Uh,
I always tell you it's at my house. You just never want to come. So
He lives in the deserts.
he lives there. Anyways, what was I gonna say?
That's what I just said.
Duke Nukem was on there too.
Actually, funny thing
The
about
first Duke Nukem.
Duke Nukem was on 99 game, my little 99 games compilation, and I got Keen on there too.
Oh, Commander Keen.
Yep.
you guys know that Freddy Fish and Putt Putt was actually made by Ron Gilbert?
Oh, and Indiana Jones.
Really?
Anyways, yeah.
I did not know that.
Ron Gilbert, yeah, after he was done with Monkey Island 2, he went and made Freddy Fish and Putt Putt.
Huh. What do you know? Oh, I remember there was this one Jumpstart that I played a shit ton of. I think it was 4th grade, because I just remember it was really cool because like you had to like go through the game and you had to like build these like robots and stuff. Or for some reason, I don't remember. It was like really fun. I think it was Jumpstart like 4th or 5th grade or some shit like that.
Huh. Yeah, I remember when I first got Duke Nukem 3D, and I was like, oh my god, there's boobies in there.
This is so naughty.
That's so bad.
Oh,
But
man.
yeah, my computer would barely run it. I was amazed that like back then I was able to play Duke Nukem 3D without using a mouse.
Oh really?
Yeah, I had like
How'd you do that?
it's like
You used to, use the like wads to like move and then like
yeah, you
what,
use like
the
WASD
keypad?
and like control to shoot.
Oh really?
And so, but like, you can't like look up or down, so it auto targets. Like it, so if something's like if something is above you and flying, like and trying to shoot you, you have to back up like a mile in order to hit it. And if you guys know anything about like Duke Nukem 3D, those end stages are just ridiculously hard. So it's pretty.
Well, I know
lame.
trying to play the game like that would be really hard.
Yeah, it's extremely difficult. But I used to do it like all the time. I didn't even know that it had like mouse support.
That's really funny. It's funny to think that that wasn't a thing at a time. You know,
Yeah, I know.
like games having mouse support.
Yeah, it was crazy.
That's just like unheard of
Hmm.
now.
And how can we not talk about
Controller support, on the other hand, is not. Every game should have it, but they don't.
It's so funny that you think that because I'm so used to playing games with keyboard. Like,
I
That one-
seriously can't get over the controls in Binding of Isaac with the keypad. I tried, I just couldn't do it. It like wasn't clicking for me.
That's
I'm
funny.
I'm like, this would be perfect for twin stick. Like, why is it not twin stick?
well,
You know?
Team Beat, I love them.
I like them, but I wish they would just do that.
Hey, did you guys
You can't. You have to use like an arcade stick.
Really?
Yeah, it's like this. Like I tried to do it, and it's like they like when you go to the options menu, and I'm like, okay, change control. They're like, download this thing, just Google it. Like that's what it says. And then I did, and I tried using it, and it's like, oh no, it needs to be like a joypad, like a joystick, because I tried just plugging my controller in, and it wouldn't read it. Like it said there was no joypad plugged in. So
So would you say that's a joyless pad?
yes,
Mm.
I don't even know how you would play that with only one stick and like buttons. I don't know. I don't know why they made it the way they did. They could have just had you walk and shoot in the same direction. Like that's how you usually do it if you're only not gonna do twin stick.
Yeah, it's true.
That's my only gripe with that game, really. I suppose they would do a little bit better with the controls.
Hey, one thing I don't think we can talk about old PC or like PC gaming now without addressing this is like emulators.
Oh yeah.
That
Like,
really counts as PC gaming? I don't know. It's like
Yes,
it's
it
like
does.
it's kind of a fine line.
it is a fine line, but I would say that like
PC.
Because emulation is illegal, you know. I mean, it's not meant to be done, really. So that's why I kind of don't consider it PC gaming, you know.
yeah.
It's like a hack, basically.
Well, that's like saying that if I hack, say, Bastion, totally did not do it. It doesn't count as PC gaming if I played on my PC.
Well, that's because it's a PC game already. But when you're emulating something, you're playing a console game on the PC.
Well, what about like
That's why it's called emulation.
what about games like Sonic 3 and Knuckles on the PC?
Well, yeah, you're not emulating if it's a PC game.
But what if the program itself is an emulator?
I don't know. That's just my opinion. That's all I'm gonna say.
Well, I would say like
Guys don't have to agree with me.
yeah.
That's just how I see it. I don't
Actually-
really consider emulation PC gaming.
Well, I don't
Do you
really consider you a man.
Oh.
I don't consider you a person.
Oh, it hurts.
I hate all of you.
There is
So, as I was saying, I think it's funny that one of the first ways that I played Sonic initially was I had the Sonic 3 and Knuckles for PC.
Wasn't it
And,
like incredibly shitty?
No, the shittiest thing about it was the music was absolutely the worst thing I've ever heard in my life. Like, I showed it to you where it's like none of the songs are like, some of the songs are the
Yeah, I
same.
think I
But
kind of remember that. Yeah.
the instruments are like so bad on it, and like I couldn't even believe when I actually heard the Genesis one, because really I had that copy and I played through Sonic 3 initially, like for years just on that disc.
That's funny.
Yeah,
You had a Genesis.
yeah, I had a Genesis. It said that the PC was cheaper,
Really? Well, I guess yeah. At the time, it would have been.
so
How
yeah.
much
Also,
were Genesis games at the time? 'Cause I don't even know.
like $40.
Oh, really?
Yep.
Yeah.
I never had Genesis games. I only started really buying games kind of N64, like knowing what the prices were.
Mm. Yeah, N64 had like one of the most expensive games at the time.
So fun. Yeah, I know. I remember seeing Superman 64 for $60
Yeah.
at like
Oh,
Best
God.
Buy. So
'Cause
funny
it
to
cost-
think of that now.
Yeah. But
You
That
can't even
sounds-
give that game away.
no way. Ugh, I didn't want it. It's like
I wouldn't
useless.
even want it if somebody gave it to me. I wouldn't want it if somebody paid me to take it. Actually, I would. But
I would want it only because I have some firecrackers lying around. I need something to do with them.
But it'd have to be boxed, sealed.
Yes.
I don't want it loose. I don't want it loose with like Richard written on it.
Who is Cook?
Cook, fucking Cook.
I want to show you something beautiful.
All right.
I mean, fucking horrifying and terrible. That must be burned with fire.
Is it the PC?
No, it's
Uh.
N64. I want a copy of it to destroy it.
Shut up.
Oh, that'd be a great Decimator episode.
No, I like the 64. Fuck y'all.
No, the
Superman
thing is fine.
64?
Oh, Superman 64? Oh.
Yeah. I
Huh.
like the. We're not gonna.
It needs
destroy
a super
N64.
decimation, though.
Huh?
It would need a super decimation.
Dude,
We got a super decimator, don't we?
Yeah.
Are you
Yeah,
trying to
buddy.
yourself?
Nah, I can do it. Let's do it.
I don't know. I have pretty good faith in you. If I saw you rip that Super Nintendo cart in half.
Do it.
We just need to think of new ideas and how to destroy these things.
Kind of hard to think about that kind of stuff.
Well, we only have so many tools of destruction.
I know.
I
I got
don't
a
know.
hammer.
We just gotta go thrift shopping and find weird gadgets.
Look, all we need to go is go down to Mexico, buy some like M14s and cherry bombs and things.
That would be awesome.
Oh, megatones? Yeah, I know what he's talking
Yeah.
about.
That's all we need.
Yeah.
True
That's,
that.
he has a point there.
Well, we tried thinking of a way to like light something on fire, but it's like, how are we gonna do that?
Well,
Plus, it'll smell
Extinguisher
so
and
bad.
Metal pot.
It
It's
smells
like,
s-
yeah, it probably smelled really bad.
It's like, dude, seriously, you can't burn like that game plastic. It's so like you get eye infections from being around the smoke. It's so toxic.
that is true. It is pretty good.
Well, I mean, if we took safety precautions, we could do it, you know.
Yeah, we have to wear like goggles and.
So yeah,
all
we
that.
could just go to the dollar store and buy some masks and goggles and shit and kerosene.
Yeah, because that shit is like
Or-
so bad.
Kerosene.
Rob some anarchists. Go
Well,
take.
obviously we need a lighter fluid or something, or else it's not gonna light. It's fucking plastic.
It
Yeah.
will light. Oil based.
No,
I'm gonna fart.
not in like a timely
Um,
manner. I'm not gonna wait 5 hours to fucking light a
It's
piece
fine.
of.
We get a little metal pot. We fill full of alcohol. It doesn't matter which kind of alcohol. We just fill it with alcohol. Put the cartridge on stop and set it ablaze.
Oh no, we should like get some like hydrochloric acid and like just like melt the game.
That would be kind of cool because I know how to mix up hydrochloric acid, like in my house.
Are you a terrorist?
Nah, I just no thanks.
I'm just kidding.
For real though, it's easy.
Yeah, we're talking about doing really dangerous stuff to games. Well, we wanted to see if we could like find like go to the like a thrift store and buy like a cheap like blender and try like blending a game.
I know what we should do.
What?
We should make like a tiny pile of thermite.
Oh God, no! Hell no! Hell no!
Oh, why? Thermite is pretty stable until you light it on fire. Even then, it's pretty hard to light on fire. You pretty much need a stick of magnesium to burn hot enough to.
There ain't no way I ain't getting anywhere near thermite.
It's like
That's fine. You're not doing decimation.
No, it's like that stuff is so dangerous.
yeah, but
Okay, then I'll die. Big deal.
If you get any on you, you could
He has a
die.
good
Like,
point.
Like I said.
it's not explosive.
But I'm gonna say we're not gonna do that because that's too dangerous. It just is. And if I'm saying that, I'm usually always on your guys' side. So
yeah, I'm usually mom.
wait, no, you're always, mom.
Yeah.
You shut your mouth,
You
mister.
wouldn't even let us light fireworks off on your porch.
Mister, that's dangerous for you.
But we
Uh-huh.
did it. But we did it anyways.
Mister, that's very dangerous.
Oh, that was wonderful.
It was fun putting those like whatever those things were in the water bottles.
Oh, flowers.
Yeah.
Yeah, those things. That was cool. Cause you guys had like
I-
a shit ton of those.
I thought it was a Roman candle.
That was so fun. That was so
Didn't we
funny.
tell that story before? I don't know.
Yeah, we have. Yeah, we did.
That shit was funny.
That's so funny.
It's so
Uh,
fun. The funniest part is like how you freaked out and like threw all the fireworks in the dumpster.
No, it wasn't in the dumpster. I threw him in the water bucket.
Oh no! Remember like when we thought the cops were gonna come or something? You
Did I?
took all the you remember you took all the fireworks that were in the apartment and you like took them by the dumpster or something?
That doesn't sound like something I do. That sounds kind of
This-
stupid.
No, that's something you did. I remember it happening.
That's so funny.
That I was
But yeah,
like panicking.
Yeah,
was like-
we all kind of. Well, I didn't really panic that much. You guys, Donnie
I was like, holy
panicking.
shit! I could not believe we didn't get the cops called on us. Basically, setting off a firework on my patio, like an inch away from another apartment.
Well, I mean, we only did it. It was only like a few minutes, like a second. You know, it's not like we kept doing it or anything.
I guess it's true.
It was obscenely loud though.
But it was.
It was really
But-
loud.
I don't think, and nobody's gonna call the cops on like one thing. I mean, your neighbors was like a shut-in like lady with a bunch of cats and a crazy old guy,
He's probably like passed out from being drunk.
or like he's probably gonna like shoot himself in the face.
Yeah, I know. Okay, well, this is a little depressing. Well, you know what I've been playing recently?
What have you been playing recently, Tommy?
I've been playing the. You guys know Yahtzee, right? Obviously,
Yeah.
Ben Croshaw, whatever Croshaw,
Oh yeah, I know what you're gonna say.
Crenshaw.
What about-
I've been playing his point-and-click adventure games, which are incredibly good.
And he mixed those in like the same thing you were using, right? to
Yeah,
make the next
AGS.
game. Yeah. So there you go.
Yeah.
And then I got some faith in making a good game on that, I guess.
Well, that actually like games like Gemini Rue and the Blackwell series and The Adventures of Fat Man and
Is that a real one?
that's a real one. And
Leak real quick.
sure. And what's it? The Shiva. Like those are all games that are made in AGS. But like Yahtzee made his in it too, and damn, they are good. Like, well, some of them are good.
And he's made a lot of them.
He's made like he has these.
I was just surprised on how many he made because I'm like, oh, I thought he just did 0 punctuation, you know.
There's like 20 of them.
So he wrote a book too. Like he does a lot of stuff.
No, his second book is coming out now.
Yeah.
Oh really?
Yeah, I wrote 2 books. I've actually only played one of his games.
Which one?
It was some like infiltration game where I play a dude in a suit and I gotta steal shit without hurting.
Oh, 5 Days a Stranger.
Really?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, you showed me that. It looks pretty good actually. I was surprised.
It is. It's
Fun.
really fun.
It looked really well written too. Like from what I was seeing.
Yeah, it is. Like the sequel kind of is but
Well, sometimes it's just really hard to live up to something like that, especially
I
with
know.
like an adventure game like that, you know.
I know. It's kind of
Because
like
like the only thing you can do better is make the story better, and sometimes it's really hard to do that.
I know, especially
it's
when
not-
you're working so close.
Because you're not really gonna make new mechanics or anything, and you're not gonna make the graphics really much better. So I mean, all you can really do is make better puzzles and a better story.
That's true. Yeah.
And that's that's the hardest part.
I just yeah, it's just kind of I was just surprised by like it's really good. Apparently his book, Mog World, that's what that's called.
Yeah.
It apparently that has super good reviews.
I wanted to read that, but I didn't know what it was about. And so, has anybody read that?
Yeah, it's about a guy who gets trapped inside of like I think he dies inside of a morgue, and then
You
it's
die
like
in
this-
the game, you die in real life.
yeah, it's like he's like the skeleton spirit trapped inside this video game. It's really
So it's kind of like Dot Hack a little bit.
yeah. Everyone was comparing it to this one story, and he's like, because he did this like a little questionnaire about it before, and he's like, you know his accent. He's like, does your book have anything to do with this story that's about a guy who's a skeleton trapped inside of an MMORPG? So he's like, no. It's just like it's so funny because I guess everybody's comparing this one that has like a similar setup, but yeah, that's pretty much what it is, I guess.
Your butt.
Nice. And his other one's called Jam, I think, JAM. It's coming out like I think September, I think. I'm not sure.
Well, I'll have to pick that up because that sounds pretty good.
You can pick Mog World up for like $5.
Because like there's a new anime that's airing right now that's like that too. I was telling you about that.
Yeah.
Remember, it's called Sword Art Online. It's
Yeah, you told me.
it's pretty good. I'm enjoying it so far.
That's cool.
It's only like 2 episodes in, I think.
If I remember correctly, Sword Art Online is the video game. It's either an actual video game or Sword Art Online is the anime adaptation of a fake video game that's an adaptation of a tabletop RPG. And the vice president of the company that makes this tabletop RPG is the son of the prime minister of Japan.
What?
Bitch.
To make long story short, the prime minister of Japan's son runs tabletop gaming company, and Sword Art Online is a thing they do.
Well, the anime is based off a light novel series, like almost all anime nowadays. So I don't know if the light novel is based on that or
Is
anything.
it like not dark?
I think the light novels are RPG plays, which is what you get when they pretty much just take a transcript of like your D&D campaigns and make it into a story.
I don't know. All I know is that like it's based off a light novel, with like almost all anime is now.
Yeah.
So much stuff.
Does it not weigh that much?
Out of curiosity, do any of you know what a light novel is? Like, why? It's
No, Abraham, I don't know.
I don't.
That's why I brought it up, because I don't know what it is.
What is it?
a light
Like a
novel.
manga?
No, actually, a light novel is like any other novel. Light doesn't refer to how thick it is.
It's just a book.
It's actually based. The name comes from how difficult it is to read. A light novel is made to be more accessible to all ages, not necessarily by subject matter, but by the kanji they use, by the complexity of the writing.
It's pretty much just anime in book form, like a manga. It's like that's why so much of it gets adaptations.
It doesn't have any pretty pictures. It's all words.
No, yeah, it's just it's just a book. It's just not manga. It's a book. That's like it's pretty much the same subject matter.
It's an easily read book, yeah.
Yeah. So,
and then there's hard novels, which are
we've gotten some here, like the Dot Hack ones and the
RV,
the Full Metal Alchemist ones.
RV.
What?
RV was the first light novel series to be exported to the U.S.
No, it wasn't.
Yeah.
Dude, those Dot Hack books came out way before that.
You sure?
I'm pretty sure.
Then I'm probably thinking about the time that I heard that
RV can go fuck itself. By the way.
Yes, it can, but it definitely.
I hate that fan base so much.
It had the most success, and after Haruhi came a slew of other light novels. Incidentally, fuck you, Yam Press. Prince Bison will faster, you sons of bitches. I don't want to wait till 2018 to finish reading it.
I'm sure they're listening.
And here's our word from our sponsor.
So Yahtzee has this other than those point-click adventure games he made, he also made this like Prince of Persia type game. It's all like the animation's kind of rotoscope.
Mm-hmm.
Rotoscope.
And then just what is it? April. Let's see, May, June. Like 3 months ago, he released a game called Poacher, which is like a platformer where you have like a little gun and you kill demonic rabbits.
Awesome.
Sweet.
How do you feel about that?
I feel pretty bad. I do not want to play it.
But you played it.
Yeah, I did play it.
Is it fun?
It's actually really fun.
I want to try that.
The level design is kind of cool too. It's like one of those games where you have to. It's kind of like I wouldn't say like exactly like Metroid because it's, well, kind of in a way. It has like the thing where you'll get to an area and you're like, oh, well, I can't go past here because I don't have this, and then you have to go find the other thing and then come back and.
Metroidvania.
Yeah, it has like it's a little more open-ended than a lot of platformers.
I see.
So the art's pretty funny too. Like he does all the art. So.
How did you feel about killing bunnies, Donnie?
I felt very sad.
Well, they're demonic, so they don't.
I know they're demonic, but it doesn't matter. They're still bunnies.
They don't love you anyways. They won't love you, Johnny.
They love me anyway.
They won't love you.
They love me
They're
anyway.
demonic.
You're demonic.
All they want is your blood for their carrots. They're demon carrots.
Yeah. But those are a whole bunch of good PC games. You can find all his games. Like if you just, I don't know if you can search.
For free.
I think there's like some yeah, like all of them are like freeware.
I'm sure it's not hard to find.
No, it's not. But I really recommend 5 Days a Stranger. Probably 13 is that? I think that's what that's called. And The Poacher, which is his newest one. They're just really, really well made. Like they feel really tight. So. That's what I recommend. I don't know about like some other PC. Of course, the PC games we don't even need to really mention is like Portal 1 and 2, Half-Life 1 and 2. Like, I mean, those games are just you can't even deny the classic PC games.
I actually think Portal is one of the worst PC games ever.
Oh my god.
Nah, I actually like Portal a lot, but its fan base is horrible.
Oh,
if I ever hear someone say the cake is a lie to me in real life, I will punch you in the face.
Cake is a lie to me.
Cake. Okay, Johnny. Next time I see you, you're getting my fist in your face.
All right.
You're getting my fist in your ass. Wait, what?
That's after he's dead. Post-mortem fisting. That's what I'm all about.
Gross. That's disgusting.
I feel it's up to one of us working. Now we're in fact not being paid to talk about Yahtzee during the entire video.
No, I just love Yahtzee. He does so much stuff. He has like a Let's Play channel that he does on YouTube.
Yes, we all want to suck Yahtzee's dick, Johnny.
Trust me, I
know.
wish we were getting paid to talk about Yahtzee. I
I know.
You know,
wish
that
that was
cool.
true. I would admit it. I'm like, yes, Yahtzee is paying us to talk about him. I'd be proud of that.
I know.
Because then we would actually have made some money.
Yeah, I agree. Oh, actually,
Not that we need to make money or anything.
no.
It's always,
But
nice.
it is
Paid
nice.
for your work.
Just a little bit of mother's milk doesn't hurt, you
So
know.
if anybody wants to send us like some pennies in an envelope, I would really appreciate it.
Please make it clear that they are pennies, because it will be suspicious if you send an
I want them to
envelope.
be extra dirty too. Like want them to be like almost black.
Can you fart off? So like,
Because like if I ask for that, then
Um,
people will be like, okay, I'll just give them all my pennies. I don't want pennies, and then we'll have so much money.
we'll have like $5.
We'll have
between,
like $5 after like 500 people send us pennies.
Yeah, that's makes sense.
This is my business plan, and I'm sticking to it.
Oh yeah, actually, but I want to talk about we had, if you guys remember last week, we had Kit Shoryuken on as our guest.
Yeah.
And which was totally cool. He's really awesome.
That was a
guy.
really good episode.
Yes.
And he did a video just yesterday, 2 days ago, I think, about like he did a pickups video, and in the intro he talked about his time on the podcast. He's like, yeah, they'll never let me live it down. That Slime TV is my favorite YouTube show right now.
That's
Did he actually say that?
Yeah, he did in the thing. It's funny because we kept asking him about his favorite episodes.
That's so awesome.
Yeah, I know.
I like it. Kid Shoryuken has like been watching our videos like since the beginning, you know. Like
No,
he's
Johnny Millennium has.
like he's always well, yeah, that's true. But he's always like been a really supportive fan of ours, and that's why we wanted him to be like our first guest on the show if we were gonna
Yeah.
get anybody.
So,
That's right,
so
we gotta-
I wanted to talk to him since like
Am I not a
pretty
supportive
much
fan?
forever.
What?
Bitch. Nothing.
Abraham got jelly.
Abraham, you're practically part of the show now, so
Whatever.
you're pretty much like another guest. I mean, we wanted you to be in videos. You're just not here to be in them.
It's true.
If you
Well,
make
you're
videos,
one video technically.
that's right.
Yeah.
Like I always say, I'll always bring that
I always say that if you can manage to film the stuff and send it to me, I will edit like tiny little Abraham video clips.
up.
Like if it requires like if you could, it would help if you could also get game footage. But if you could just like, if you just want to like have a little Ham's Corner video, I always say like if you can get me the footage, I'll just edit something really quick. Yeah.
You know, I keep thinking that'd be kind of cool, but I'm still not sure what I would do. I need to fill some sort of niche.
Talk about something really obscure like
Visual novels.
Mario Brothers on the Nintendo.
Stupid, just review visual novels. Don't you play like a shit ton of those?
Yes, I do.
Well, there you go.
Do that. There you go.
Would you
There's
actually?
there's like nobody doing that I know of at least. Donnie, do you know? I mean, you watch a lot of YouTube. Just,
I don't know anyone who reviews visual.
there we
visual-
go. We got the whole market cornered on that.
If
Slime
you're
TV,
actually-
and
If you're willing to air,
obviously we can't. We'll have to censor stuff.
okay.
I mean, that's fine. We'll put like little slimes over like boobies and stuff, or we can put like Abraham's face on their like vaginas or something.
Yeah, there you go. Go to Abraham's face.
I think that'd be pretty funny.
Dude, yes.
we got a new show, guys.
Or like if we ever don't censor it, like we have an uncensored version, we put Johnny's face on the chick's face.
Is there like a stream like video streaming site where we could put like nudity in videos? Like, is there even a thing like that?
You can get away with it on. I'm trying to think. Maybe like. Nah, I don't even think you can get. You can kind of get away with a little bit on Blip, but not much. Like not like
I
what
didn't
we're
think
talking
there
about.
would be unless you're going to like some porno streaming site.
Yeah, you know, there's things like that. But
Well, yeah,
Why would-
obviously.
hey, go watch Slime TV on fucking bigdicks.com.
Oh, I have a really funny thing. You know, I have this like website where you can like type in like a website and see if the site is down or not.
Yeah.
The funniest shit is looking at like the bottom of the page where it shows like everything, like the most things that have been searched. Because like one of them was like jailbait fantasy and like like all these like
Ugh.
sites. It's so funny.
That's disgusting.
Like half of them are like porno sites.
Well, of course.
like
And
that-
Actually,
every other week it's 4chan.
Well, Tokyo Toshi's been down. I was like down so much.
Ugh, I noticed.
I was like so pissed.
I want DVD rips of Panty and Stocking. I'm willing to make my own, goddammit.
But yeah,
I don't care if it takes me 5 minutes to do it. I want it without effort.
I want it now.
actually, I remember like how many years ago would it have been now? Like 5 or something like that. Like 5 years ago, whenever I was in high school, or like whenever I was, I don't remember how many.
Say
years
when you were 18.
Huh.
17.
I think I was like
18.
no, I think I was like 17 or something. But I remember that this guy he's like, "Oh yeah, this thing will show you like all the top websites in the world. Like it's like the top 20 sites. Like the first like 10 were all like the most disgusting porn names you could ever think of, like for websites.
Awesome.
It was like, but that was like before, Facebook. That was before like all that kind of stuff. I think MySpace was like 19 or something.
So
on
funny
there.
when porno sites can beat Google. Like that's
Oh, I
our
know.
like that's our society, people. We like to see people fucking.
That's what's so funny is like, I think that is one of the most hilarious things about like our culture of all. Like with all the technology we have, we could communicate across the world. We could do all this kind of stuff. We can stream HD video. And the thing that we want to do most is watch
HD
gross
porn.
people have sex. Like
Yes. I
Yes.
want to see every porn on that anus.
it's like it's that's like
See,
I don't know.
I can tell now if it's bleached or not. That's what HD is for, man. Bleach
That's so
butthole
gross.
recognition.
This is like that's just I don't know. I just always thought that was the most ridiculous thing. I don't think anybody's ever like addressed that, but like seriously, I think that is the most ridiculous thing that we have all this technology.
We're like this close to having robots we can fuck. I mean, come on.
Japan already has that, or like what is it? No, is it one of those countries? I think it's
Japan
Korea.
has everything that you can fuck.
Okay, well, as I was talking about computer games,
I don't know.
Sex robots.
Sexy bot 5000.
My fear is they will
It's
eventually
my motor running.
My fear is that they will eventually cut us entirely out of the loop. It'll turn into bizarre shows that'll be like watching a dildo fucking an own hole or something. Or more precise, a vibrator fucking a mechanical own hole.
Yeah.
So I used to play
No,
Descent on the
weird.
PC when I was a kid.
This
You-
podcast is really weird. Like I did not expect to talk about PC games, and we're getting into some really weird territory. I don't even know why. I don't know how this is happening.
Idle hands.
This is pretty funny though.
But,
Anyways, as you were saying,
how about all the old Leisure Suit Larry games? Like, I know,
that's
man,
very topical right now. Actually,
I can't. Yeah, I know. That's why I was like, but I think it's,
I always make fun of you. I'm like, oh, you're playing your porno games again, Magnum Cum Laude.
oh god, that's like those aren't even like games. Those ones.
They're like video
Yeah.
games with boobs.
Well, that's like saying what I play isn't games.
Yeah, you admitted that.
That's beside the point.
But like the first like 6 Leisure Suit Larrys, even 7 too. 7's really raunchy compared to some of the other ones, but like Leisure Suit Larry, if it was supposed to be a porn game, then it's like one of the hardest porn games ever because it's so difficult. I mean, you don't even see like anything in those games because it's
No.
always like a sensor bar.
That's the guy game.
Oh, that's so up
Most-
time.
You have to work
Porno
hard
game?
to see the boobs
Really,
in it.
Donnie? The most difficult porno game? Sengoku Rants.
Oh yeah.
That game doesn't even need porn though. It's so much fun.
That's
It's
yeah, no.
true.
Okay, we've talked about that game enough on this
Yeah, I
podcast.
know. I actually put a picture for that as one of the
Right.
episodes.
Alright,
talked
we'll
about
talk
it
about
so
a different game. It's called Au Senki. It's exactly like Sengoku Rants.
Only
It's
different name.
of Sid Meier's Civilization in it.
Oh, did you guys hear about this thing that Peter Molyneux is doing? It sounds really dumb.
The big cube.
What's he doing now?
It's so over the top. Like I'm like, really, people? This is Peter Molyneux who's saying this. He's
Okay,
like,
so
it's gonna change your life. I'm like, you gotta be fucking kidding me. I'm not
So it's
buying
this giant cube. Okay, so everybody's gonna be playing together on this game. It's a giant cube, and everyone's just chipping away at it, trying to get to the center. And you can buy, like, that's literally the whole game. It's just chipping away at this block to try and get to the center. And you can buy like upgrades and stuff like with real money, like say $5 or $10.
No, $50,000.
Well, no, okay, so like these other ones will give you like little upgrades, like for you, so you pick you so you can chip away faster. But for $50,000, you can buy this diamond pick that helps you dig faster than anybody else.
Who the fuck would buy that? Like, seriously.
Well,
No
Meteor
one.
has a long history of being crazy.
I'm sure. Yeah, I know. It's like.
Yeah, but
I can't trust him anymore. Because
he's also saying that
he hypes his shit up to like be the next Jesus Christ, and then it's like it's mediocre.
he's also saying
I
that
like Tana.
I
no,
like
that's
Fable.
George Romero.
I mean, I like Fable, but it's not be all end all that he made it out to be.
I never thought it was gonna be. I just knew that it'll probably be maybe a halfway decent action RPG thing, which would end up paying like half the comedic voice actors in fucking Britain. And it was exactly what I thought it would be.
But yeah, he's saying that whatever's in the middle of this cube, like, will change your life. And it's like, oh my god, it'll make you think. Oh man, it's fucking Peter Molyneux, like what he says about every game.
Like, I know, it's like, okay, people, really, we're gonna fall for this again? Like,
I will.
seriously? Like,
I think Peter Molyneux
he's done this how many times? Everyone remembers Spore, right?
Oh my god, I can't. That's such a disappointment. My god, I was so disappointed by that game.
And that game was hyped up like crazy.
For a very specific reason. Not just because he's, well, you know, it's not just because he's crazy, but it's because as one of the industry's few, like, names that you'll attach to products, like, let's say, before the Daikatana fiasco, George Romero's this, or
John Carmack.
Tim Schafer so-and-so, you have things that are touched by Peter Molyneux. He's one of the industry names, but he's one of the industry names for like really weird and bad reasons.
That's pretty true.
Yeah.
Like,
and yet, you know, he is.
I mean, I have nothing really against Peter Molyneux like I have against like some other people. Like, I don't have anything against him. I just wish he didn't have to like hype up his game so much and then just like get people like disappointed, you know?
yeah, it's like a tease,
It's like a really kind of underhanded marketing strategy, I think.
it's like that girl who doesn't put out.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So yeah.
So seriously, I don't think he means to do it. I honestly think he just has way too his. I think it's just his design goals are too wacky. They're just
Too
not
ambitious.
Yeah, they're just too.
Yeah, that's probably pretty true. Like, because everything he tries to do, he tries to like revolutionize something. Like he's like, oh, I'm gonna try to revolutionize the RPG, or I'm gonna try and revolutionize like, you know, whatever Spore was supposed to be.
Except
It's supposed to be like the next big thing, you know.
Except
just
for
like,
last Fable things, except for those two.
well, yeah, but those are just sequels. I'm talking about like when Fable.
No. I mean, the last two Fable things are like a little Big Planet type game.
Oh yeah, I heard that game got terrible reviews.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, that online one.
Yeah.
That got really bad reviews.
And that thing for the Kinect, Heroes like Journey or whatever the fuck.
What was that? I know that there was another game, but I can't remember what it was like. I know it was on the Kinect, yeah, but.
It was like Fable's Journey. It wasn't even like a sequel to Fable. It was just like a side thing that didn't make any sense. Hell, I think he showed it at E3 and he was like really not into it.
It's like if I was Elvis and I had seen it, I'd be like, oh no. Oh.
Yeah. In his defense, I'm pretty sure the Kinect thing, just by how much he didn't look like he wanted to be there, I'm pretty sure that that was a project that just got a lot of push from Microsoft to get made to display the Kinect hardware, because Fable is one of those Xbox things.
Okay.
Oh,
Speaking of Elvis, does anybody remember those Reese's peanut butter cups that were like Elvis and they were like banana flavored?
Oh, they ain't got no money, honey.
Dude, those things were fucking god tier candy. Beyond god tier. My
Yeah.
work used to have those in the vending machine. And I'd like buy them for my friends at school because they were so good. Because they all wanted them. Shut up.
Yes.
Oh,
trying to tell a story here, damn it.
over there, honey.
Elvis, go back to being dead.
Oh, well, I ain't gonna go. I need to eat
The
a
king
peanut
cannot
butter
die.
banana sandwich.
The king works at a record shop in Tennessee. I have seen him.
But yeah, those things are amazing, and I don't think they make them anymore. And I want them to make them.
I need to make them, honey. I'll have a talk to
Elvis, make
Rick
it
about
happen.
that.
Make it happen.
I'm gonna make it happen, honey.
All right, Elvis, go away for real.
If I can dream. So, Descent's a good PC game.
Huh?
Descent is a good PC game.
How is this sound?
I know. Yeah, I don't really know what that is.
Yeah, I had a feeling you guys.
I know the name of it, but I don't know what game it is. Like that name sounds really familiar.
Descent is like a it's like a 3D kind of flying shooting game, and it's kind of hard to explain. Cause you remember how like shooting games on the on the consoles were always like, even like Star Fox or anything like that, it was more like a rail shooter than anything.
Yeah.
Yeah, kind of.
And the PC ones kind of have more like free flying ones.
Well, they were trying to go more like sim-like, kind of.
Yeah, well, Descent was kind of one of those ones that was, it could run on a lot of computers back in the day, and it was super popular because of that, and it was just fun. But yeah, it's like this flying game where I remember the thing being like a brown ship, and you fly around this really kind of bad-looking 3D environment. But it was really fun. It used to crash my computer a lot though. It wouldn't be running at the right speed, I don't think, because I don't know if they ever like made it compatible with Windows 98 or higher.
Well, as an actual pilot, I don't actually enjoy flight simulators very much.
You have a pilot's license, Abraham?
Word. And
Oh, that's right. I remember that.
Wait,
when
you
were
do?
studying-
yeah.
Oh, really? Can you
Yeah.
fly me somewhere?
Here's the thing. I have acrophobia. I am a pilot with a fear of heights.
You're afraid of? Oh, okay. I thought you were gonna say you're afraid of big, flabby computer screens.
Only you would do something like that, Abraham.
In my defense, I needed college credits. All right.
That'd be like Donnie getting like a job as like a garbage man, or like working at like the waste facility or something, like the sewage treatment plant. Like it doesn't make
Oh,
sense.
so gross. Pretty fun.
Okay, then it's time for a little short story. I know of a man somewhere in, I think, like the San Francisco area who drives a death truck.
A death truck?
Yes, this is his job. The man wakes up at like 4 in the morning every fucking day. And he goes around to all the local farms and he picks up their dead livestock, usually cows and shit. And with some
that was
like
a job.
and with like a chain winch in the back of his fucking huge flatbed, he'll pull them up by the neck and drive him off to the cow factory. Now, in the cow factory, they reduce cows into what they perceive to be their most basic components: leather, cow dust, and cow juice. Now, bear with me. First, they'll separate the cows from
What the fuck did this turn into? The jungle?
Shut up and let me finish, all
Like
right?
seriously.
Let me finish my story, goddammit.
I hope our listeners get that reference.
Because this is going somewhere important that is relevant to all of us.
Oh, let him
They
finish there,
separate
buddy.
the cows from their precious leather, and then they slowly lower them into this gigantic grinder. They grind the whole motherfucking cow at once in this diabolical machine. They send it off on a conveyor belt. Now, many steps later, involving all sorts of rendering, boiling, and shit, that separate the cows, liquid and solid. Solid becomes a dust. Liquid goes off and gets made into shit like candles and soaps. Now, the dust is important because you know what they turn it into? Livestock feed. And they use this livestock feed to feed chickens. Our chickens are made out of our cows.
Alright,
well,
Upton Sinclair, you can shut up now.
I need some, I ain't got no money, honey.
How isn't this funny to you? All of our chickens are made out of
Because I already know if that's what they do. Like, I thought that was kind of like common knowledge.
Well, you know, honey, ain't nothing but a
This-
hound dog.
But how?
Like that's how cows got mad cow disease, because they would feed them cows that had mad cow disease.
Yeah. But you're not allowed to feed cows.
That was like a big problem.
Yeah, but you're no longer allowed to feed cows with cows. They specifically make
Yeah, I know you're not supposed to
essentially
eat
chicken feed with this crap.
Well, honey, can you put a cow on my cow?
Well, yeah,
I'm
because
pretty hungry.
it's fine if a chicken eats a cow. I
Uh,
mean,
well,
it's like nature or something, I think.
Still though,
Okay.
it's like Soul and Green here, both farm animals.
can you?
But I mean, you know, they're
Why?
livestock.
Not horrified by it. I think it's funny.
Oh well, yeah, I know.
Yeah.
It's I don't know, it just is what it is. I mean, it's not
Can
really
you?
that weird.
Anyway,
Can you all
I feel
turn into
sorry
one patty?
because I really want to be the dude who drives a death wagon.
I didn't even know that was a job.
It's just a terrible, morbid job, but I want it.
I want that job.
Well, yeah, me and Dr. James were gonna try to get a job at a morgue.
Yeah. So cool.
That might be kind of cool, if only because you have to be a mortician to own any human body parts that are no.
Yeah, but you don't need to you actually don't need like a medical anything to have a lot of jobs at either a morgue or cemetery. It's really
I know.
weird.
I know, it's like that'd be awesome, just like digging graves all day.
And then everybody comes up to me, I could talk like Elvis. They'll be like, "What are you doing here?" I'll be like, you know, I'm just
Is this gonna be like a thing now or something?
Well,
I hope it isn't.
I ain't got no money, honey. Elvis, would you leave? Would you leave me alone, Elvis?
I'd rather invite Mickey Mouse to the podcast.
Oh my God.
What?
What about
Oh, man,
Elvis Mickey Mouse? Elvis Mickey Mouse, are you there?
I guess. Oh, who's
No.
this? Elvis.
Oh,
Elvis Mickey Mouse. Oh,
I ain't nothing but a hound mouse.
I ain't nothing but a hound dog. A hound mouse. I ain't nothing but a hound mouse.
Oh god.
Mouse.
What do you think you're doing What are you doing inside of my apartment? I'm just. Mickey, look, I can see you're a little coked up. It's okay. What? Do you think I'm gonna go to sleep? I'm awake. Are you trying to cut me? Did Pablo send you? Did Pablo send you?
Pablo Esteban.
Have me touch myself while I cry.
Does Mickey hit you?
Only when I want him to.
No, well then I won't have to call anybody.
You know, Elvis, Mickey, and Elvis are
Are there any
like.
Elvis video games?
Yes.
There's the boss inside of Wayne's World.
Yeah, that's right. Well, like, is there any game that's like focused on Elvis?
Probably.
Um,
A Dog's Life. Because they know about him.
I barely recall there being some game where you play as Elvis. You know, that's excluding things like pinball machines, which I always had a ton of.
Of a hotel.
Point taken.
Well, I just think it's funny that people always talk about like saying there's like no good JRPGs, there's no games like JRPGs on PC. When technically, because of RPG Maker and like the homebrews that have come from that, there's like a million of them.
Yeah, but like a million of them suck.
It's true.
There's still a lot of really
there's
good
like
ones.
a few good ones. Like
There's, like-
really, I don't know.
I'll say that-
I haven't seen any I actually want to play.
I'll say that there's the fraction, like the percentage of them, technically with how many are out there, like they're pretty bad. But like the ones that are good, like there's a couple, 80 to 100 that are really good.
I've never seen them.
Or
Yeah.
I tell you to go fuck off, and I can go back to playing my my own terrible JRPGs on my console of shame.
Okay, it's addictive.
Well,
so-
there's like, there's not really a lot of, there's not like any like official ones though, like that are actually like not like just like homebrews of like RPG Maker. There's like a few kind of on Steam. I guess
Well-
like Chantel is kind of like a JRPG.
Well, if you think about it, Final Fantasy VII and Final Fantasy VIII were released on PC,
Well, yeah, but people don't really consider those PC games.
but they were released during when the games
Well,
were at the height of their popularity.
I know, but
If I mod
yes,
Skyrim enough,
I'm sure not everybody would even know that Final Fantasy is on PC. I don't think that's like super common knowledge.
Yeah, I didn't even know that.
Question: If I play Skyrim,
Really terrible though.
that's modded so heavily that I'm pretty much playing with the character that Tatsune Miku Is it still a Western RPG?
No, it is not.
Yeah, it is.
Now it is a sexy RPG.
It's still Oblivion.
It's like that turns your life into oblivion. Shut
That's a good one.
up. I'm trying to think of like other PC games. I used to play a lot of PC games. This is one I remember where it was like there's a whole bunch of games in one, but they're all like it's one of those games where I think the guy made it specifically so it would be that he didn't just take a whole bunch of games and put it on disc.
Oh, really?
And I always remember this one where it was a mole. You were like this little mole, and you had to get across this pathway. It was like one where you have to keep going across these platforms and moving up and down. It was the fucking hardest game in the world to just get to the other side. It was so hard. But if anybody knows what game I'm talking about, please tell me.
No idea. There was like for some reason I had like the Game of Life on PC. I just like played that a lot.
I had Star Wars Monopoly on PC.
I don't know why. I don't know. It was like just kind of like a fun board game to like play on the PC, and like the computers were like actually like they tried to win, so I liked it because I had like challenge to it. You know, it wasn't just like oh you can just like dominate this game without even trying. That's kind of like what I like in games. You know.
You motherfuckers play Monopoly?
Who doesn't play Monopoly? Like.
I don't play Monopoly.
You've never played Monopoly ever.
I've never.
Well, that's not what I'm asking you.
Now, when I asked you, fucking.
So if I asked you to play Monopoly with me, you wouldn't.
I won't.
You're like against it.
Yes.
Why?
Because I hate Monopoly.
Why do you hate Monopoly? Monopoly's fun. It's like
Yeah,
playing
you haven't
Mario
even played
Party.
it. Yeah, you hate it.
I get really bored when I play that game.
I also get very.
Game.
And the reason I don't like Monopoly is
Fucking
because I'm one of
fun,
those people who are incapable of managing property and money.
I think a 5-year-old can do that in Monopoly. There's like barely any managing anything. You don't even have to try. You're just like buy the first property you want. Hope somebody lands on that.
Every game of Monopoly I've ever had. The first hour or so, I'm burning through money on a spot. I'm like, yeah, I'll buy this, I'll buy that, I'll buy that. Half an hour later, I'm like, oh god, I just stepped on the cheapest piece of property. I don't have money to pay it back with. Oh god, what do I do here?
You know what I noticed about PC games, especially like old first-person shooters, is they're fucking the hardest games ever made in history.
It's because they're like so fast.
They are ridiculous. They literally make me sick. They're
like
fast.
really fast.
It looks like I thought it was so funny that who is it? Aaron Signal did like a video and he compared the speed of like I think Duke Nukem to Duke Nukem Forever to Duke Nukem 3D. It's like, oh my gosh, you realize how much slower shooters are. But I like that so much better because seriously, when I play Duke Nukem 3D, no matter what settings I have, it makes me nauseous because it is so fast.
I'm nauseous.
Wash your hands.
Wash your hands, turn the page. Wash your hands,
turn the page, then wash your hands.
Whatever.
Uh-huh.
You know, Kiss has a video game.
Kiss has a lot of video games.
Psycho Circus.
Yeah, Psycho Circus, first-person shooter.
That game sucks. Doesn't even have Kiss in it.
I know, it sucks. It really sucks. No Kiss music in it.
They couldn't get the license for their own game.
That's like the weirdest. That's the weirdest part about that game. There's no like music in it. I mean, there's no Kiss music. That's what I meant.
They couldn't get the license for their own goddamn game.
Yeah, it's really weird.
I remember at my store where I used to work at, we actually had a lot of PC games, like in like a super bargain bin, and we had that like boxed. Like,
wow.
Kiss Psycho Circus.
I would want that maybe. One PC game that I'll always remember is that I bought this from a CVS, I think, and it was The Hobbit, the video game, and it was so buggy that I couldn't even believe that it was like a real release.
Like based on like the movie.
It's based on the book.
It's just based on the book.
And it was like this game where you run around. It's like a third-person game, but you can switch to like first person, so you can look at all the environments, which is kind of the coolest part about it because it had pretty decent graphics. But Like the game had so many bugs, and it was so unclear as to where you're supposed to go and what you're supposed to do. Like, I'm not even kidding. Like, after you get past the first part, it's one of those games where as soon as you start out, you're supposed to find something shiny somewhere, you know, but it's really easy to miss. So
Yeah.
I missed this thing, and when I finally got it, I was supposed to go and read this sign, but I didn't do it, so I ended up wandering around for like 4 hours trying to figure out where to go. I could not figure it out. Like, you can, if I remember correctly, you could like find certain items and kind of make your guy stronger. But I was like, oh my god, I've gone so many places and I don't even, like nothing has happened. Like, there's people don't appear. You know, there's like you can go to places, but there's still no story, but you can still continue on in the game. Like if you just kind of try a little bit.
Really?
So
Right.
they had so many bugs, and I always remember that PC game as like, I was like, wow, this fucking is the weirdest game. It wasn't like bad, but it wasn't good. Like, it's really strange. Like, I had fun
So
playing
it
it
was
for that time.
mediocre.
Well, it's just I had fun playing it at the like when I had it, but it wasn't for the right reasons.
So
It's because it was like
if you try to play it now, you'd probably hate it.
I'd probably fucking really hate it. I'd probably be like, this is terrible. Like,
I'm trying
but
to think of like if I had any more PC games.
I have so many like Cat Poke.
I remember
and-
playing a lot of PC games at my neighbor's house when I was a kid, but I'm trying to like we played is it Zoo Tycoon or like Sim Zoo or something? I remember.
Yeah, Zoo Tycoon. Yeah.
Dude, it was so the best thing. Only thing we would do in this game. We didn't try to make real zoos or anything. All we would do is just make massive armies of animals and put them like right in front of each other and watch them like fight and like kill each other. It was so awesome. Like we just get like just make like a shit ton of elephants and like put them next to a bunch of tigers and just like have them like rah, and just like fight each other. So awesome. I don't remember what it was like Zoo Tycoon or something like that.
Actually, the PC, like one of the PC games I remember the most is Big Biz Tycoon, which I bought it from a Staples for like $5, I think. And I was like, oh, this looks kind of neat. Like, and it was probably made by like 2 dudes. Like, I'm betting, because this game was like it had more problems than I didn't even know. Like, I tried everything by the tutorial, like doing down to a T perfect, and I could not like win at that game. Like, I tried so hard to try and do anything in that game, and I think only twice was I ever able to actually have a successful company.
I've like never ever in any of those like Tycoon or Sims games. I never play them for real. I always just like fuck around. Like I never try to like win them. Like in Sims, I'll just build a few buildings and I'll like make the aliens come and destroy them. Or like I used to have like Roller Coaster Tycoon, and I just make no bathrooms. I make like super twisted roller coasters, so everyone's like shitting and throwing up everywhere.
I remember I had Sim.
No
Theme
garbage
Park.
cans.
I had this game called Sim Theme Park, and the coolest thing about it was that it had a first-person mode, so you could like walk around the entire park because it was like a 3D game. I just remember like loving that game because I would want to try and build the entire park up, and I mean like I had it down to like a T of how to do it like perfectly, of how to always have a successful park, just so I could build it and like walk around it and ride all the rides. It was so cool.
That's a pretty cool feature to have in a game like that.
It was so cool.
Then it kind of feels like what you're making is kind of more real because you can like actually walk through it.
Exactly. It wasn't like one of those games where it's like locked perspective.
Like I think like all games like that should at least have that as an option to do. You know, like going to like a kind of like a first-person mode or something.
I still think The Sims needs
Yeah,
that.
like seriously, The Sims, that'd be pretty cool to use for The Sims because you're like in a town then, you know, and you can like walk around your house and shit. Like, I don't know.
Yeah,
I can't imagine it'd be that hard to do.
No, well, people modded it already.
Oh, I'm sure. So. I mean, mods solve everything in the PC world, you know.
That's true.
Usually, if there's some type of problem, a mod will fix it eventually. I mean, like remember Doom with the flashlights?
Oh yeah.
Like practically like the next day, someone's like, "Oh, here's a mod so you can have a flashlight on your gun." Like.
Yeah, Doom 3 was so freaking dark that
but you heard in the HD collection they're doing for that they're gonna have that in Doom 3.
Yeah, the BFG edition.
Yeah, like that's awesome.
That's so cool.
That's like such a good idea. Like,
It's actually funny because people like have modded like Daikatana to actually be a pretty good game.
how do they manage that?
They like fixed all the AI and have like updated the graphics and added like weapons that make sense, and
But you can't do anything about the story, unfortunately.
that's very true.
That's nothing to do about.
Wait, I don't know if you dick around enough with the events, you could.
You probably could.
Well, I
but-
mean-
especially at this point.
One thing good about that game is Superfly Johnson.
Yep, Superfly Johnson,
That's
man.
my favorite African American in a video game ever.
It's like the most
Johnson.
ridiculous
I
thing I've
can't
ever heard.
believe they named him that. So ridiculous.
Dude,
It's
if I was
nuts.
a black dude, I would totally name. I would go to where the fuck is you change your name, and I would change my name to Superfly Johnson.
I just do that now. Like,
Yeah, I just want my
Yeah.
name to be Superfly Johnson right now. I'm white as fuck.
And you two are just white enough that it would make that name fucking hilarious.
That it would.
I want to.
Like, I
I
just
just
want
wanna-
that to all be my first name. Superfly Johnson Alan Los. That's what my name's gonna be. I'm not gonna change anything else, just my first name.
I would want my name to be Superfly Johnson Rambo Terminator.
Esquire the Third. Yeah.
A cybernetic
Yeah.
organism.
Because then you're
Uh,
kind of classy too. Because you got Esquire in there.
That's good.
And you're
That's
like the
good.
third generation, so you know it's prestigious.
That's good. I like that. I like that.
Eh. Johnny, did you? play
Whenever I
any
played the
games?
Tycoon games, I would turn all my parks into something very closely resembling concentration.
Which game did I play?
I was asking if you played any PC games. Been
Yeah,
kinda-
the ones in the beginning. That was about it though.
Oh really?
That's it. Then you completely
What,
stopped.
what about nowadays? Do you play any games on PC at all?
No, I just emulate.
You have a Mac, so it's
Oh
kind of
yeah,
hard
that's
to.
right. There aren't any games on there.
Well, it's just they don't run very well when they do run most of the time.
I never
'Cause
bothered getting a game. I mean, I have Plants vs Zombies.
That doesn't count.
That's a game still a computer game.
Maybe.
They did release it as a PC game.
Yeah,
Like you can
but it's
go,
like
you can go buy a box copy at the store. I'll give them that maybe.
that's true. That is kind of funny they did that. Like, do you listen to
Well, it's like
that game?
so popular. Why not?
It's true. It's like Angry Birds a few years ago.
Oh my god, fuck Angry Birds. Why the fuck does Angry Birds need a goddamn movie?
What?
Oh yeah.
I hope that bombs completely, and it probably will.
I hope someone dies because of it. And if someone dies, it's gonna be the stunt man. It's always the stunt man.
It's gonna be the pigs. Because, you know,
Oh yeah, I got it.
they're the
There you go.
enemies of the birds. I don't even play Angry Birds, and I know that.
Yeah, it's.
I think I played
Yeah.
Angry Birds like one time. I'm like, oh, I've played this game before. It's one of those games where you try to knock everything over.
I played like when it first came out, and I was like, this reminds me of all those games that were on Newgrounds.
Oh, do you remember that one where it's like a cat and you have to like bounce it, like after like a catapult, you like bounce it and like it dies.
Yeah,
lands in the
yeah, I
spike.
remember that.
Oh, I used to
Yeah.
play the shit out of that. It was so much fun trying to get the cat.
Catapult.
Yeah, catapult. I used to play it all the time on, like at school. We used to have competitions to see who could get their cat the farthest. For that game, like that game and like the pinball that like came on your like 95 computer or like Windows 95.
Yeah.
Like we played that a lot. Like we totally had like high score competitions with that.
3D pinball.
No, like yeah, that space one.
Yeah.
I played that so much. I used to practice at home.
That's like so funny. That's
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, it was,
Go down in history is like one of those games. It's just like everyone from a certain age has probably
it
played
was
it.
like a well put together pinball game. You know, there wasn't anything wrong with it really.
Windows, man, you know they knew they were really good about certain games. Like whenever they started doing that, they were really good about like the Microsoft packs, what they call them. They were really good about choosing some pretty interesting games. They had like some first-person shooters and stuff in there.
Oh really? I didn't know that.
Yeah, they did, and they were like
Were
There
they,
was
were
a-
they were good actually?
it's basically like mods of Doom, but they
Oh.
were like kid friendly.
I see, like Chex Quest.
Yeah, exactly. They had games like that on there. And they came with like they came when you bought Windows. Yeah, this is kind of also one of the most interesting things ever is that there's the video game in Excel. You guys know about that? The Hall of Tormented
Oh
Souls.
yeah. I remember that.
If you go to like
aren't there like a lot of like programs like that have like hidden games in them?
yeah, Microsoft Word 2003 has like a racing game in it.
Yeah. I've actually I think did you play that or something like that?
Yeah, I did.
I
I
remember.
pulled it up.
Yeah, I remember you showing me that.
Yeah, it's like does it? Yeah, like all these like Microsoft things had like a whole bunch of games in them, which is really cool. But the Hall of Tormented Souls was one where they like the programmers put this thing and like if you go to a certain row and you type in a certain thing, then this game pops up. It's like a first person game, and if like it looks like hell basically, and if you manage to get through it, and it's really hard to control it. It's like really jerky. But if you get to the end, there's like a really JPEG-y wall of the people who programmed for Microsoft.
Man, that's pretty funny. Like that's like they actually made that.
Yeah, that's in like a word processor thing.
It's like who's gonna find this? They're probably thinking.
I know.
Because isn't it like a coordinate that's like really out there?
Yeah, it's like 95 by like 1,000 or something.
Yeah, I remember it was like something like ridiculously far out. Like there's probably no like very rarely would anybody ever have to go that far.
Exactly. I thought that was so cool.
Yeah, that's kind of a cool thing.
Yeah. The hell was that?
Johnny making noise.
That wasn't me.
Yeah, it was.
Was it really?
Yeah, it was.
Must have been my chair then.
Yeah. I can tell because when something makes noise on Skype, it's like your little picture like lights up. Oh.
What's Abraham doing?
Honestly, I'm browsing TG.
Okay, we'll stop. You guys need to pay attention, both of you.
Well, in my defense, PC
No.
gaming isn't a thing I do. And then you start talking about Roller Coaster Tycoon, and my only experience with that is, as I mentioned, turning them into motherfucking concentration camps for shits and giggles. That is literally the extent of my experience with the Tycoon genre.
I think it's pretty funny that like Chase, because Chase has like such supreme ADD. He's like, oh man, download Roller Coaster Tycoon. So I downloaded it, and then he played it for like 2 seconds, and I was like, well, I can download like 2 or 3, which are just literally the same game but way better with a whole bunch of like the problems fixed. He's like, no, this one's the best one. I'm like, well, have you ever played anyone? She's like, no, but I played this one a lot when I was a kid. Like, you know how Chase is?
Yeah, Chips is always like that. His nostalgia doesn't come off.
He's like, he does, like, I was like, but these are like literally the best things. He's like, well, I probably won't have as much fun because I didn't play this one before. I was like, well, there was a point before you played Roller Coaster Tycoon and you enjoyed it.
No, there wasn't.
It's like, oh man, he's really funny with
I was
that kind of
playing
crap.
that in the womb.
So,
Got my rig up in there.
yeah. I just like, seriously, Roller Coaster Tycoon is fun and everything, but if you ever play the sequels, then it's like literally the same game, but every single bug is fixed. Well, a lot of bugs fixed. Not
Oh,
all
really?
bugs.
What can you do with a game like Roller Coaster Tycoon? It's not like you can add more mechanics and stuff to it. You can really only do bug fixes and
Well, you can add like new rides and new stuff to like build, and maybe different ways
What-
to interact with like your customers and stuff like that. Like,
One of the best things they did like was change the interface so it was like more user friendly.
yeah,
That's like, oh my
that
god,
too.
it's so much better.
Make the game like load better, have better graphics and shit like that. There's always something you can improve on, usually,
Mm-hmm.
if not a few things.
So, I don't know. I never really liked Roller Coaster Tycoon that much.
Yeah, me
I
neither.
did-
I never really liked any Tycoon games. I just liked fucking around in them.
I did like the game called Pharaoh though. That game is so unknown nowadays, but Pharaoh was this game that was kind of like
Like from the Clerks animated series. Remember that?
no.
He's like playing a game called Pharaoh. Like that's all he's like playing in.
I don't remember that at all.
Oh, you don't
But-
remember the episode?
But yeah, like it's
Remember
kind of
he
like
gets captured and he becomes a geisha.
really don't.
Oh,
I
man,
don't know why.
We gotta watch Clerks animated series, I guess.
It's like 3 episodes, so that probably won't be hard.
That is true.
Yeah, there's only like 6 episodes of that whole thing. I remember my brother had that, and I was like, Oh, that's a thing.
It's a
Because
thing.
that show really wasn't. I remember he borrowed
No,
it
it
for
wasn't
like.
good at all.
No, it was pretty.
It's pretty terrible.
I thought it was funny that Kevin Smith was asked about that. Like, oh, will there ever be another Clerks anime series or like any new episodes? He said, "You'll probably see an animated Jay and Silent Bob film before you see another episode of that show."
I'd watch it. I
Be
think I'd
awesome.
watch that.
I would watch it too.
I would watch it.
Hell yeah.
You know
I have
that?
a feeling it's not gonna happen.
No.
It'd be cool though.
That it was.
You know Jason Mewes, who's obviously Jay.
Yeah.
He actually has like all his teeth. I guess are like fake because he did so like much like smack that all his teeth like rotted out or something.
That's how it happens.
Yep.
I vaguely recall hearing that Jason Mewes and Kevin Smith played D&D together.
That's probably true.
That's probably it's probably true.
I would be surprised if Kevin Smith didn't play D&D.
Yeah.
Remember when Kevin Smith had that cameo inside of Live Free or Die Hard?
Yes.
That was cool.
I never saw that movie.
Oh, Kevin Smith is in it. He's like this guy who is a nerd. Okay, get it?
Really?
And he likes Star Wars. Okay.
Yeah.
So Kevin
and,
Smith was literally in the movie?
Yeah, Kevin Smith is literally in the movie.
Yeah.
Like not like some dude who's he's
No,
like
I meant
literally-
like actually like not
Yeah.
even a character, it's just Kevin
Yeah.
No, it's Kevin Smith.
Smith.
Yeah. Pretty much Kevin Smith as himself.
Yeah, it was really funny.
That sounds pretty funny actually.
It is.
You hear that he's gonna stop directing movies?
Why?
He said like he's just like he says he's just like done. He's like he directed Red State, which came out like I think last year. And
No, he's had a
That's-
really good run, in my opinion. So
yeah, well he says he's doing one more film and then he's like then I'm done. And he was at like he did this whole film where he just basically answered questions. Like the whole movie is just him answering questions. And he's like I'm giving up. He's like I think I've had a good run and I didn't really think I was gonna become like a huge filmmaker. I thought I was gonna make like one film and that was gonna be it. And he's like I'll make way for like new people to come in and do what I do.
I can respect that.
I know, right? I
Yeah.
thought that too. He's like I could probably like literally sign on to Universal and just like make movies forever and just have like this be Kevin Smith's, like comic book dude or Kevin Smith's Spider-Man. Like I could do all those things. He's like
I know, but knowing when it's time to like back out is usually good because you're just gonna turn to shit probably.
I know.
I mean, you can only make good movies for so long.
Unless you like Slime TV.
Well, yeah, then everything you make is perfect in every way.
Oh yeah,
I mean,
especially when I forget
Slime
to like,
TV is infallible.
it's infallible.
Cannot fail.
So.
It also
Yeah.
can't have phalluses in it, apparently.
Mm-hmm.
Speak for yourself.
Oh.
Well, I don't know what's going on under the table when I'm
There's so much going on at the table you don't want to know about.
We got an arcade down there.
We do.
That's right. So as I was saying, well, let's just talk about some things that we either watched or we played this week. I'll start. I saw Indie Game the movie this week, and it was really good. I recommend it entirely.
I won't talk about. I won't bash anybody in particular. Whatever that guy's name was.
John Fish.
John Fish. I don't really like John Fish.
Yeah, the guy from Fez. Like everybody knows Fez. Like the guy's already kind of notorious even before the film came out.
I just
like,
think he's incredibly pretentious.
He is like, and in the movie he comes off the worst out of anybody because he's like, I'm working on this game and everybody's dumb and all this kind of stuff. He comes off really like snooty.
And
Where's-
he fucked himself over really hard.
Oh, I know he did. Like, he has to show the game off like at this convention, and the night before he's like making all these changes to the game to try and make it better. But then of course you have a super unstable game.
Well, there were so many like game-breaking glitches in it.
He's like, well, it's got to be the best for them. So he's like was trying to change it and it screwed it up. Because you can just leave it alone.
But like the Super Meat Boy and the Braid guys were cool. Like the Super Meat Boy guys were really cool.
they're the best ones. Super Meat Boy Team Meat was like it's okay. Basically, the people are Jonathan Blow, Team Meat, who is Edmund and Tommy, and then John Fish, and like Jonathan Blow came off kind of like weird.
Yeah, I think that's. I don't know. I don't think he's like a bad guy. I think he's just kind of awkward.
I think so too. That's what I thought. But then he's the guy who made Braid. And
Braid's a really good game. So.
yeah. But then the Meat Boy guys came off as awesome. They were
Yo,
so
it's
fun.
Mario in the future, man.
Yeah, they had the clip of Soldier Boy talking about Braid, where he's like,
Dude, that
"Oh
shit's
man, look
so funny.
at this game. It's Mario in the future." So, I saw that, and I really was just playing games for the game reviews in the last few days. That's pretty much what I've been doing.
Congo's Caper and Monkey Hero.
Yeah, Congo Scaper and Monkey Hero. That's pretty much the only games I've been playing. And
I
yeah.
played Reciteer again.
What game?
What?
I played Reciteer again.
Oh, the shop shop game.
Yeah.
Yeah. I have that on Steam. I got that like on sale. I haven't played it yet though. Is that all you've been playing?
Let's see. Avoiding any yo mama jokes. Yeah.
What?
Nice.
Yeah.
Okay. I just got that.
I start to
A little
play
slow there.
Magic with
Like the card game?
Yeah.
Oh my god, you'll be best friends with Chase then.
He plays.
Oh my god,
He
he plays
plays
in competitions. He plays in like tournaments.
He actually
that's
places
cool.
pretty well.
Yeah, he's pretty good at Magic actually.
I don't like I guess what I could call the higher tiers of play where dudes try to make decks try to win a game in 3-4 turns at most. I don't like that. I like a game that'll take me 10 turns to win.
Well, I don't think that's how Chase plays either.
Well, if he's a tourney, that's what he should be doing.
So like he always says that like it's just because it's so goddamn expensive to build decks like that.
It is, and
I mean, Chase plays in tournaments, but he doesn't like do it for anything. He just does it for fun because he likes to play Magic.
I was in a Yu-Gi-Oh tournament.
When was that?
Oh, I was at a Pokemon tournament. I lost so badly.
Oh, speaking of like placing in something, Dragonfly.
Oh my god, nobody knows what that is.
Okay, so there's this game for the droid. I have like this crazy high score on it. Yep.
That's nice.
Elaborate a little bit, maybe.
Okay, so it's like this game that
You
if you
don't
guys
just have a high score; you have the highest score.
I have the highest score on the
Big
game.
difference.
So I played this game
By a
like
good margin too.
I know, yeah, but like I play this game a lot, and it's like this touch game.
Constantly.
It's this game that's basically a droid clone of a game called I think it's called Little Wings or something like that, or Fly Wings or something like that. And it's this game where you're a dragon and you have to hold it so he points down, and right when he hits like the middle of a curve, you let go and he goes shooting up in the air over all these hills. If you guys have ever heard any games like that, that's basically what it is. And I had like this super good run on it, and I was like, holy shit! I'm like, I'm doing really good, and I got like the highest score on it. So
That's
I
cool.
have the highest score on that game.
For a while, I was the highest ranked PvP guy in Spiral Knights. But now, when I say a while ago, I mean immediately after combat-based PvP was a thing, and I haven't really played since then. So I've tried to go back into the PvP scene, and every time I feel like a washed-up prize fighter, because there's dudes who've been playing since then, and have like this crazy like PvP specific gear that they've spent an in-game and frankly an out-of-game fortune on. Like hundreds of weapons, so
I don't really have any accomplishments. Closest thing I have to an accomplishment like that is I used to play a lot of Maple Stories people used to know, and
Hold on. Yeah. So.
Anyways, as I was saying, going like in Maple Story, I used to play Maple Story like a lot for a few years. I used to play in one of the more popular servers called Bara, If anybody is familiar with MapleStory, it's one of the bigger servers, and I remember I was like, our guild was one of the best guilds in the whole server. Like I think we were like the third. I think when I left, we were like the third, like best ranked in the entire game, in like the entire server for like guilds. So that was pretty good because a lot of people play MapleStory. There's like a lot of competition for that. So I was always kind of proud of that, sort of. But that's about it. I wasn't even like the leader of the guild. I was just somebody in it.
Yeah.
But,
Well, what have you been playing lately, or watching? Anime or?
Oh, well, I've been playing a lot of anime type games actually, because we went to Book Off the other day and we were like I was blown away. I was like, oh my god, look at all the fucking import games, Orgasmic.
Yeah.
I'm like, oh, they have PSP and DS everywhere. I'm like, so glorious.
I was like, look at the fucking CDs.
So what I've been playing is this game called Sunday X Magazine, and it's like it's these two Shonen Sunday, like manga magazines. Like if you know what Shonen Jump is, it's like that. And they just took all the characters, like tons of characters, like from Ippo, and Fairy Tail, Ashita Nojo, Love Weki, Inuyasha, all stuff in those magazines. It's like a little fighting game, kind of. It's kind of fun. It's not great, It's
So would you say that the Yaoi writes itself?
No. Well, maybe for Hayato the Combat Butler, or whatever that shit's called.
Yeah. The game's called Sunday X Magazine.
I said that.
Can I beat up on Inuyasha in that game?
Yes, you can.
Awesome.
But there's a lot of Inuyasha fighting games.
It's true.
Oh, which reminds me, I was at GameStop the other day, and they had that 3D fighting Inuyasha game.
Oh,
that I was
really?
talking about. Yeah, I might go back and buy that just for shits and giggles.
Actually, what was one of the funniest things was
But also at Book Off, I got the original Metal Gear for $5.
It's pretty good.
So I was playing that. I was really stoked to find that because that's like the only Metal Gear I don't have, pretty much. Well, I don't have two, but I can get two really easily. But and then lastly, I've been.
Hey, yeah. Say it with Abraham.
I think I might have an interesting idea for a future show. If you can go back and get that game, you could do a show where you dress like the biggest anime nerds you possibly can. And just act like weeaboos the whole fucking episode. Act like it's the best thing. And like
that'd be pretty easy for me to do.
And just like halfway through, just break character and just talk so much shit about the game.
Okay.
And it would be especially effective if it's actually bad.
I don't remember it being very good. I just remember it being pretty dumbed down and pretty easy. But I don't remember it being bad. I remember liking the PlayStation one a lot better, though, because that was more like a real fighting game. But, okay, the last game I've been playing is, I really got into Sengoku Barsar again. I think that's the best Dynasty Warriors type game ever, and so people should go buy it so they bring more of them here, because we've only got, like, 2 of them. And the first one was called Devil Kings. So some people, I don't know if all people know that, like Devil Kings is part of that series. They just changed the name over here, which is kind of funny because usually they change things away from being the devil.
Yeah.
Then again, this is the country that gave Kirby angry eyes, so.
So true.
Oh, well, Kirby's pissed. They took his candy or something.
Yeah. If anybody ever wants to see how America wants to portray things, look at all the Kirby covers. Kirby's happy on all of the Japanese covers, and on every single Kirby cover in America, they just make the eyes mad. That's the only difference.
Kirby's a badass. He's like, I'm out for revenge.
This can be seen.
They killed my wife.
Koopa. Almost all American and on American adaptations or of Japanese games. For example, Disgaea comes to mind. Every Japanese cover is the same. Just a big ass grouping of the main characters surrounded by like side characters and generic things.
Yeah, all those covers are always the same motif. It's always like that big group of like every character in the game,
But then the American covers are always way different. Like this guy one had like a comic book style.
actually like Disgaea 1 American cover more than the Japanese one. I have to say.
You too.
2, 3, and 4, no, they're worse. But number 1, I actually like Disgaea 1's cover a lot.
Yeah.
I think it's really cool how it looks.
Yeah, that was actually a pretty neat cover. This guy at 2's American cover left something to be desired.
Oh, yeah, 3 and 4, it doesn't even matter. They're terrible.
Yeah.
So.
Oh, by the way, whenever I picture Kirby, I always picture the Kirby from Sonic for Hire.
Oh my god, the skinny one that looks like a dick.
Yeah. It's like if Kirby lost weight, everybody thinks he'd look like a penis. He's like a big pink flabby thing. Okay, well, Abraham, what have you been playing?
He already went.
Oh.
I've been playing
Yeah.
Spot Nights, and
Oh, that's right,
and,
that's right. That's right, all right. Now I remember.
I have one complaint.
Johnny's gone, so anybody.
Johnny's got...
Hold up. I have a complaint with the voice.
What?
It's this. Whenever you go dungeon crawling with your hired mercs, you can't just give them gear. You have to like fill up your inventory when you go down to the dungeon and equip it to them, or they can come into your store randomly and buy your shit. Now here's the thing about your mercs. They will always be the brokest fucking assholes you'll ever see. Like you will try to sell them an item at like 90% discount, and they'll go, "Oh, I'm sorry, that's just too expensive for me. I'll come back another time." Every single motherfucking time, when I know I just paid them out of the ass to follow me into a goddamn dungeon with my gear, and they don't keep it. They take my money and they spend it on bitches and whores and don't have enough to buy a fucking knife.
And golden toilet seats.
And golden motherfucking toilet seats. God damn it.
Those
I would
gold
love
toilet
to
seats
poop.
are awesome.
That's so cool.
Best game of the year right there.
I've always said, since I was like 6, honestly, that I've wanted a golden toilet seat. Or I've said, as an example...
That's a very odd thing to say as a 6-year-old.
I know.
What made you think that you wanted a golden toilet seat?
I don't know, but I know that I've always wanted one. But after about 10, I knew that I couldn't get one. And since then, I've used that as my you can't have everything you want example.
Well, you just go get a toilet seat and gold spray paint. There you go. Gold toilet
So
seat.
you're telling me that like some people have like daddy issues, some people have like abuse issues. Your
that's
issue
when
is that
Abraham's life was hopeless when he couldn't have a golden toilet seat.
Yeah.
That's when he became cynical.
I think that actually could like sum up Abraham's life in like one sentence. It's like his
I'm gonna make a
His-
movie about this that's gonna be
his-
like that Will Smith movie, but without a golden toilet seat.
yeah, exactly.
Uh,
Pursuit of
Pursuit of golden ass.
nice. But yeah, all right. Well,
the pursuit of golden crappers.
this has been SlimeWire episode 10.
We didn't talk about shit.
I am Dr. Sanders. We didn't talk about anything on this podcast, really.
We talked about PC games.
We talked about PC games for like 3 minutes. Like the percentage of probably time that we talk about gross.
Well, you know
Just-
we don't really play PC games that much.
I know.
I mean, can we talk about my blow?
I mean, I would talk. I mean, I don't. All the games I have on Steam are like not really that interesting to talk about. I guess I don't. You know.
Yeah.
I guess maybe I could have talked about Dust Force because that's a really cool game that I wish more people should.
All right. Well, I am Dr.
Ow.
Sanders.
Did we do that already?
No,
Oh.
Dr. Sanders.
Captain Goyle.
I'm Little Kariba.
And this has been SlimeWire episode 10. Goodbye.
Oh man, wish we had Lil Karibo on here.
Off the wire.
That'd be cool.
I'd be like, do the Joey voice.
Do all the voices.
Do the Wheeler. Joey Wheeler. Best character ever. Hey yo, I'm Joey Wheeler. I'm gonna do some Yu-Gi-Oh! Hey yo. Captain Goyle's Under the Table Arcade. Where
It's
you
scary.
might get molested, but you might not.